Hello viewers and welcome to the third installment of my Gauge 1 Thomas replicas. So in my second video I took a look at the Gauge 1 Thomas himself, who was the second train I've completed, the first one being James. And if you've seen my recent community posts, I have been making a lot of Gauge 1 replicas. I've made Emily and Toby, they're still a work in progress. I have completed Sir Tom Hat and Thomas's driver and fireman. And today we're going to be talking about Thomas's faithful coaches, Annie and Clarabel. Now, Annie and Clarabel, in my opinion, are some pretty interesting Thomas characters since they're the first female characters of the show, but they are rolling stock rather than being engines. But of course, you can't have a railroad without rolling stock, and gotta have coaches so that they can take passengers to wherever they want. It's kind of like buses and cars, but they did make coaches for this reason. So I think Annie and Clarabel are some pretty great Thomas characters. I think they have nice designs, and I think these might be some of my favorites I've printed, and I'm happy to have them along with Thomas.
They're a great size.
Now, Annie and Clarabel, I don't know how these two were made, but all I know is that the engines are made from Gauge 1 trains, and they were made with brass. Though I'm thinking that these were made by model kits. Like, I know the troublesome trucks were made with model kits. Like, actual kits that... So you don't have to build the trucks from scratch. But they do have clay faces, and they make resin casts so that they can make different faces. So, Annie and Clarabel don't really have that much faces. Like, they're just flat with just the nose.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, yeah, I think these two look great, and they have a nice season 1 color. And I do like their white roofs, which is what I prefer. Like, I know that later down the line, they did have gray roofs, which I hated. Like, I don't know why they had gray roofs instead of white roofs. That's like changing Emily's buckets from bronze to silver, or painting Rosie from pink to red, which is stupid. So, but I still think Annie and Clarabel look nice. They're very nice and long. They're kind of smaller than Thomas, which is interesting. Like, even though Thomas is shorter, he is quite bigger in terms of height.
Put them all together in a line so we can see how long it is with all of them.
Now, with Thomas, I didn't know this, but with Annie and Clarabel, this is what would it look like.
Yeah, it's like 3 feet long.
Although Clarabel should be facing backwards instead of forwards, but I'm just like trying to show the face here. So now the faces do look amazing. Like, I think Annie's face is my favorite out of the two.
Yeah, they look great.
Like, they do look close to the TV show. Like, this is like 1-to-1 with the TV show replica.
I like the color because it's not too brown.
The wheels do roll pretty good. However, one thing is that they're kind of loose, so you have to like...
We need to put a little rubber washer in there.
They're like twist.
Yeah, if we put a little rubber washer, it'll
like
hold them.
these ones like slide on the axles. That's because these axles are glued down, so that way these will roll perfect. But
cool.
They do slide.
Have you printed track yet or no?
No, which is one thing I don't know if I might do, if I might buy actual G-scale track. Because I would be curious to know how these coaches would perform. I hope they don't derail because of this.
We can put a washer on it, I think.
But then we would just have to like remove the axles, which would be tedious. So the axles are made of wood. Like, they're used with wooden dowel rods. Which I think is nice because these are like sturdier than filament. Like,
you could probably make a little washer out of air dry clay so you wouldn't have to take that off.
But I would still need the wheels to roll.
Yeah, it would just go behind it, like on the little axle right there. Maybe some of your viewers can suggest something.
If you'd like to like help me thinking of a way to like get the wheels to like stay perfectly on the rails.
We'll show the bottom, so if anybody has advice, they can see. It's to keep
that's
it
the
from,
bottom of the coaches.
To keep it from sliding.
These two are basically the same as each other, but they just have different names and different faces. They're kind of like twins, like Bill and Ben, almost.
How many pieces make up each one?
Now, the wheels are all separate. The things that are holding the axles are separate. I had to like split the coaches in half so they would fit better on the printer. Because they, for some reason, they were too big.
How did you connect them?
With super glue.
Awesome. Gorilla glue?
So,
with a brush?
One thing I'm happy about is how the filament is white so that the roofs are white as well.
Yeah, they look great. The detail is amazing.
I mean, you could make the roofs gray if you want, but I prefer them
Yeah,
white.
that new filament we've been using is awesome. It's
And
it's overture instead of hatchbox.
they actually do have coupling hooks now.
They have those little flat ones, don't they?
Yeah. Eventually, I would like to couple Thomas up with Annie and Clarabel if I had some chains or paper clips. But yeah, it would still be nice if they could couple
Do
up
you
to each
need paper clips?
yeah.
I have a ton in my office.
Now,
Brass ones.
I think the coupling hooks do look nice on Annie as well. Like, one thing I don't understand is how Annie's couplings came out straight and perfect, but Clarabel was more harder because I had to, like, tape the coupling hooks together so they wouldn't, like, sag down. Or
Yeah, I get what you're saying. You can't notice it, though.
yeah, I mean, these are, like, painted in a gloss black.
It looks great.
Which is hiding the glue stuck to it. But anyways, Annie's face is my favorite. I really like the mouth on this one, and they both have the same half-lidded eyes.
Yep, they look great.
Clarabel's face is nice. I think it's a perfect face.
Yeah, she has kind of a smirk.
Yeah, and Annie also has a
She's
shocked
just like,
face.
oh, okay, is this going to be over soon? She's disinterested.
Yeah, like, these two have pretty unique faces. Like, at some point in season 1, they did have the same smiling face, but
does it fit their personality?
I don't know what Annie and Clarabel's personalities are. They're just like Thomas's coaches. They
don't have voices?
They do have voices. They don't do anything, though. They're just like, they just can't move on their own. They just have to be pulled by a train. Because rolling stock does not move. Unless if you're talking about All Engines Go. Anyways, the names. The names were pretty well written. Like, I think my handwriting has improved. Like,
yeah,
honestly,
I think
it's really nice that this is like a small...
Did you do it with toothpick or with the little tapper?
A toothpick. Like, this is a really big space, but I was able to, like, get their names written small, which I didn't think was going to be possible, but somehow it did.
Yeah, it looks really good.
I tried to write their names in cursive, like in the show.
That one looks great.
Yeah.
It's better than your handwriting normally looks with a pencil.
Yeah.
It's really good.
So I think the name...
You take your time and do it slowly?
Yeah, I do take my time with the Gauge 1 model since these are genuine and people really try their best to make
it as accurate.
One-to-one with the actual show. Like,
you can tell that you take your time with them because they look so good.
Like, sometimes they do try to make these accurate. Like, I know people always motorize their engines and give them eye mechanisms.
That'll be your project next summer.
I don't know if I might make a motorized Thomas soon, but I might, along with a motorized Percy as well. I don't know if I might make an eye mechanism as well, but we'll see.
You're an 8.
Eventually, I would like to change Thomas's side rods so they're not always falling off.
Okay.
But anyways, don't know what else to say about Annie and Clarabel except they look so beautiful, and I'm also happy that Annie and Clarabel are complete. And I can't wait to start Emily and Toby as well. I can also like to make Percy, Diesel, and the Troublesome Trucks. I might do more rolling stock, but I don't know yet. There's just like a lot of rolling stock in the show. I don't know how many trucks they made, but there's quite a lot. There's like millions. I don't know if that explains why they didn't have the budget to make the Flying Scotsman or not, but I don't know.
Is there a pattern for him?
There's not a pattern for Gordon yet, but my main goal is to try to do Emily, Toby, Percy, and Diesel. I don't know if I might make more Gauge 1 engines as well, but I just don't want to make my collection too big, if you know what I mean.
Right.
But it would still be nice to have a big collection, since these were my childhood, and the show is so nostalgic.
They're really cool.
So, yeah. So, if you guys love Gauge 1, Annie, and Clarabel, tell me in the comments below. Who do you like better, Annie or Clarabel? Personally, I think I like both of them equally, but Annie has the best face. So yeah, and they do look great with Thomas, and I'm personally happy to have the trio complete. I may review Sir Top Hat and the Driver and Fireman because I have completed those in the next video. And if I like complete Emily and Toby soon, I don't know how long it's gonna be, but I can't wait till Toby and Emily are done, and I might do Percy as well. So look forward to that. Anyways, thanks for watching. And on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate Annie and Clarabel? I give them a 10 out of 10 along with Thomas and James. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you're looking forward to next Gauge 1 videos. Bye!